Hi everyone. I'm Susan. I'm part of NCTI's Learning and Development team. Today we have here with us Holly Henderson, who joined NCTI last fall as our new sales leader. Welcome, Holly. Yay. All right, so to get to know you, I have some questions for you. And the first question is, what led you to your career in sales and business development?
Well, Susan, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. And it's hard to believe I've actually been with NCTI almost 6 months now, and still very much in awe of this organization and with that sales. So when I was in college eons ago, I proclaimed, I don't want to be in sales and I do not want to work on a computer. And here we are many years later. I work on a computer all day long, as does everyone else, and I'm in sales, and I love what I do. And my journey to sales was I studied public relations, and I wanted to be involved in promoting companies. And I had internships in college in PR, and I loved it. Well, then I actually graduated, worked for a PR agency, and realized that public relations and the role I was in, we had a very small piece of the pie. We didn't own the relationship with the client. We ultimately didn't own the end result. And that's when I realized, oh, in sales, I get to cultivate relationships, build profitable relationships for my organizations, and ultimately help grow the company, grow the business.
So, second question, what is something you were surprised to learn about NCTI in your first few months here?
You know, Susan, I've been in the telecommunications industry for over 20 years, but I was on the content side of the business. So I sold programming. So it was in content distribution. So I've now pivoted to the technology side of this industry, telecommunications. And a couple things that have surprised me, though I've worked in this industry for so many years, there's so much about the technology side of telecom I don't know the first thing about. So at this stage of my life, I'm learning so much. And I'll never forget Jack Glatzer and I, Jack is our VP of sales. We were having a conversation with a potential client, and the client asked, oh, do you offer ribbon splicing? And I said, what is ribbon splicing? What is that? And why do you need that in your life? And so I've been surprised at how much I'm learning.
So, who's been the biggest influence on your career, and is there any advice you've gotten from them, or things that you've learned from them?
I would say it's more of a collection of people in my life. And it started with my dad. So my dad was my mentor and my inspiration for being a professional. My dad was a CEO by the age of 35. And I just saw how hard he worked. I know. And, you know, I saw how hard he worked, and he had served in the military, and I just saw his work ethic and was really, really unhappy that I was born without a photographic memory, which he has, which is not fair. So he has a photographic memory, but my dad, he used to take me on business trips when I was like in high school. He would be on a business trip and I would go with him, and I would get to see him in his element. And that really reinforced that level of professionalism that I've, to this day, want to emulate like my dad.
To turn that around, do you have any advice for people who are starting their careers now?
I do. And this was something, Susan, it's certainly not original to me, this advice. But it took me a long time into my career before it really resonated. And that is to build your own personal board of directors. And what that looks like, and how I've built my personal board of directors, is I have people in my life. They are people that I trust, people I respect. They know me. And I can go to them for a check-in, a sanity check. Frankly, they can be the ones to set me straight when I share a situation with them. And building that personal board of directors has served me well in recent years, because I don't have all the answers myself. I think instinctively inside we do know, but it's really hard to be discerning and always have the answers on behalf of ourselves.
So what's next for NCTI and you? What are you focusing on in 2024?
Susan, that is the $10,000 question. We are poised for such an exciting year in NCTI. So first of all, this company has been around for 55 years. 55 years. And we have a healthy portfolio of business. Stacy Slaughter brought me on to grow the existing business, but also identify new verticals. So what that looks like is our history has been working with MSOs, with cable providers in the telecom space. Well, now we're looking to pivot and look to additional industries, fiber, construction. Like, what can we do to leverage our curriculum that is relevant to other industries, so we can identify those new verticals, which then are new revenue streams to the company.
Okay, well, that's all the questions we have today. Thank you so much, Holly, for joining us.
Susan, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been such a pleasure having this time with you, and really excited about our future working together at NCTI. It's just thank you for this time. Really appreciated it.